Good afternoon, children. Namaste to all of you. How is everyone doing? So, yes, very warm welcome once again. Here we are back with yet another ICSE chapter in one shot. And today we are going to be discussing the chapter Absorption by Roots in one shot. Okay, so this is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here on the super amazing platform of Vedantu. Guys, give me a quick high five, and then I think we will be in a good position to get started. I'm not feeling very well. But of course, I think you can probably guess from my voice that I'm not very good. But that's all right. As I always say, YouTube Live is my medicine whenever I don't feel very good. Okay. Hello, children. Hi, Bhargavi. Hi, Akanksha, Aryan, Madhu, Suchi, Mimansa. All my regular children are right here. How amazing. How nice to see that. Yes, high five to all of you. How nice. So let us get started. I think that really improves the mood of the session. You have written a mail to me. All right, Mukund, I will have a look. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mimansa. All right, children, let me just ask you guys, how many of you are back to school? I've been asking this question in the last few days. Parzival. Oh, Parzival, is it? I mean, could you have an easier name that I can call? I mean, of course, on YouTube, it's possibly not your actual name. But am I pronouncing it right? Because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, you're not going Suchi, is it? Okay. Pars. All right. Tech 10 is going. Tech and 10 is going. Okay. Harman is going. All right. All right. All right. Bhargavi is also going. Okay. Only for exams you're going. So, guys, let me just remind you, just because you're going to school doesn't mean things are back to complete normal, to a complete normal state like it was before. Always remember to take all kinds of precautions. Okay, guys, stay safe, stay healthy always. That's all that matters the most. Okay, right. Online school is always the safest, right? Mohit, no. In the one shot series, usually we don't have mentee. Today, also, we won't be having a mentee, but then I will be asking you questions every now and then, just like I always do. Okay? Right. So, shall we get started? If there's anyone here who hasn't subscribed to the channel yet, children, please do click on the subscribe button right now below this video right away because I'm planning a lot of amazing things for you. Not just me, all the other subject teachers also have a lot of interesting plans for you in the days and weeks to come. And as far as biology is concerned, I can tell you Bio Bites in 15 minutes is already happening. And of course, one shot series is already happening. You can expect a lot more in the days to come. Okay. Even like full syllabus mentee and things like that, I have started thinking about it. All right. Okay. So thank you so much, children. Pars. Okay, nice to know that. And children, let us get started with a positive quote. Your future depends on many things, but mostly on you. Of course, let's keep that in mind. Okay. How is Australia's weather? Australia's weather is, I mean, it's very weird. It's supposed to be summer, but then it's cloudy many times these days, and it's raining. Today has been a rainy day. Possibly that is affecting my voice also a lot. Okay, right. All right, children. So here we go. Yes, I am in Australia. Yes, Mimansa. How does it matter anyway? Whether I'm in Bangalore, Kerala, or Australia, it doesn't matter at all. Anyway, I am here to be part of all the sessions. Right. Okay. Good job. Good job. So, children, let me just remind you guys, those of you who are NTSE aspirants, if there's anyone who doesn't know about the courses that Vedantu has for NTSE Stage 2 preparation, you can join the transformation right now. Be part of it. And the link to register is given right down in the description box below. It's already started, and this will go on till the 13th of Feb 2021. Okay. Right. So, Katie is asking me, ma'am, can you explain what is one shot series? I'm new. Okay, it's not funny anyway. Okay, Katie. Right, no worries at all. One shot series is basically meant to discuss one full chapter in a single session. Okay, right. You were just watching my photosynthesis video. All right, Durva. Right, children. So today we are going to be discussing about all of these. Okay, functions of roots, need for water and minerals for the plants, characteristics of roots for absorption of water, overview of the phenomena helpful in absorption, osmosis and osmotic pressure, turgidity and flaccidity, and applications of them, ascent of sap and guttation. And children, there are various other things that I have included in the slides here, that we have included in the slides here. But in the session, I don't think we need to discuss every tiny bit in detail, because as you all know, this is only meant to be a quick revision of the entire chapter, especially because pre-board season is on for many of you, right? In case you want to learn each of these well in detail, please check out our main playlist. All right. You're busy studying English as you have pre-boards tomorrow. Okay, Anushree. But I would love it if you could stay with me for the next 30 minutes. All right. So let us move ahead. Functions of the roots. What are roots used for? Yes. Okay. What are roots used for in plants? Of course, to anchor the plant in the ground, to take in water and minerals, right? And also, it helps in bringing water and minerals up to the stem with the help of xylem. And also, to bring prepared food from the leaves to the roots with the help of phloem. And in some plants, storage of food also is a function of roots, right? What is the time there? As is asking Sri Lata. It is 8:36 p.m. for me now. Okay. Right. That doesn't matter. I'm still working in Indian time, so that doesn't matter to me. Okay. So, children, need of water and minerals for plants. Why do plants need water and minerals? Can you just quickly tell me? VIP series for ICSE. Yes, definitely, Shreya. Okay. Don't tell me corona and all of that. Let's just forget about all that, my dear children. Okay. Let's forget about all that. Let's focus on what we need to know. For ascent of sap, for transportation, yes, Akanksha. For their survival, yes, Mukund. For photosynthesis, says Lakshmi. Transportation, transpiration, says Pinaki. Yes, absolutely. All of these. Photosynthesis, water is a raw material. Transpiration, water is absolutely essential. Transportation, beyond doubt, right? Circulation in the plant body, water is critical here. Mechanical stiffness, turgidity, right? Fully distended condition, water is absolutely necessary there. In the absence of water, leaves or the plant body as such would be wilted, flaccid. Right, exactly. Abhijay says flaccidity and turgidity. For our survival, also says Mimansa. Absolutely. So, children, what is it that makes roots special for absorbing water? That's important to know. Root hair, right? Tiny hair-like structures, which we call root hair, increases the surface area. Second point is that root cells, they look pretty much like this. And look at these white portions. Do you see that? That is the vacuole. They've got a very large vacuole filled with cell sap. And this has got higher concentration than the surrounding, and as a result it draws water inside. Why is this so? Because, children, remember, when there is higher concentration, higher solute concentration inside a plant cell or inside a living cell as compared to outside, what happens? Automatically water is drawn into the area of higher solute concentration through osmosis. Exactly, right? Absolutely. Yes. So that is the second point. And the third point is root cells have got very thin permeable cell walls which allow water to be taken in. Okay. Right. Yes, of course. So these are the major characteristics. Now coming to the phenomena which help in absorption of water. Children, can you name a few phenomena which help in absorption of water in plants? Yes, quickly. Jivika, yes, you can also join us. Osmosis, says Durva. What else? What else? Yes, study you. Jivika, right? Huh. Freely permeable? No. Osmosis, Diffusion, root pressure, imbibition, okay? What else? Adhesion says Sanju. Anything else? Transpiration says Arun. Yes, children. So let's have a look at it. Here we go. Imbibition, right? Imbibition is a phenomenon by which living or dead plant cells absorb water by surface attraction, right? Remember, I asked you when I taught you this for the first time, I asked you to think about how wooden doors get jammed during the monsoon season or during the winters, because wood is basically a plant-based product, right? So when it absorbs water, it imbibes water basically, it just swells up, and as a result it becomes jammed, right? So imbibition is the very first step here, okay? Right. Now what about the next step? Okay, so talking about the plant's absorption of water, I'm talking about imbibition by the root hair cells, all right? Yes, of course. First force would be imbibition, and then comes diffusion, free movement of water molecules from its higher concentration to its lower concentration during direct contact, right? Exactly, right? So imbibition followed by diffusion. What about the third one? Osmosis. Children, who here can tell me the difference between diffusion and osmosis? Quickly, can you tell me the difference between diffusion and osmosis? Yes? Shubi. Hello, Shubi. Not Arun, is it? Okay. Semi-permeable membrane, says Shreya. Absolutely. Yes. Chaitya says semi-permeable osmosis. Freely permeable, says Mansa. Okay. Children, diffusion does not necessarily include a semi-permeable membrane, whereas osmosis always occurs across a semi-permeable membrane. Movement of water, that too movement of water from an area of its higher concentration to an area of its lower concentration. Right, guys? Yes. In the case of diffusion, exactly. Exactly. Osmosis is specifically movement of water. You must remember this. And that too through a semi-permeable membrane. What is the semi-permeable membrane in a cell that we are talking about? What does it? Name it very quickly. What is a semi-permeable membrane? Example of a semi-permeable membrane in a cell. Yes, cell membrane. Very good, Akanksha. Cell membrane or the plasma membrane. What about the cell wall? Is it semi-permeable? What about the cell wall, guys? Yes? What's special about the cell wall? No? No? Freely permeable. Yes, Durva. Cell wall is freely permeable, whereas cell membrane is semi-permeable. So that is what it means. Now, active transport is also one important process here. Now, the word active in biology should always refer to energy, with the help of energy, right? Passage of certain substances from their lower concentration to their higher concentration occurs with the expenditure of energy. When there is an energy expenditure, we have to call it active transport, right? So yes, that also occurs in certain cases, especially in the transport of certain mineral substances from soil into the root hair cells. Right, guys? Exactly. So, active transport. Then comes turgidity and flaccidity. Turgidity, right? When cell accommodates maximum amount of water. That is what a turgid cell is. This is a turgid cell. When it is full of water. When it's like lost water and it's dehydrated and all its contents of the cell are shrunken away from the cell wall, we call it a flaccid cell. Right, guys? So these terms are very, very important for you to know. Now, children, from an exam perspective, you must know the meaning of each of these terms, because for a diagram-based question, if you don't know even the meaning of one of these, you might end up losing 5 marks. That is the huge risk that you're putting yourself at. Okay? Right. Exactly. So this is the difference between turgidity and flaccidity. Okay, so yes, I think I've told you about osmosis already, but what about endosmosis and exosmosis? Now, endosmosis refers to inward diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane, right? Exactly. So when we are talking about a cell, which has got certain amount of solutes, okay? It's got a lot of solutes as compared to the outside medium. What happens? Naturally, like I told you in the case of the root hair cell, water would be drawn into the cell because outside is dilute and inside is concentrated. This is called endosmosis because it is inward diffusion of water. Exactly, exactly. And exosmosis refers to outward diffusion of water. So it would be exactly the opposite, right? So inside the cell, it would be low solute concentration, but outside the cell would be a very high solute concentration. And as a result, water would be lost this way through exosmosis, outward diffusion, right? Yes. So, children, always remember when I say endosmosis and exosmosis, wherever you come across these terms, we are always referring to two different systems. Okay? One is inside a cell, one is the medium within which the cell is present. Okay? Right, exactly. Dried grapes when kept in water. We are coming to all of those. But you must also be familiar with the concept of osmotic pressure. Children, remember osmotic pressure, especially the experiment related to osmotic pressure, is very important for you to know. Okay? Right. So, osmotic pressure can be defined as the minimum pressure which must be exerted in order to prevent the passage of pure solvent into a solution when the two are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. In order to prevent this movement, in order to prevent this, how much pressure has to be applied here? That is what we mean by osmotic pressure. Okay? Right. So, children, let me remind you, those of you who have joined late, this is the chapter in one shot that we are discussing. Just in case you're finding it difficult to understand these concepts, I would suggest go back to our main playlist and check out all the in-depth explanation that we have done there. Okay. But I hope the one shot series will help you revise quickly for your pre-boards. Okay. Bhargavi says 53 likes. Children, can we quickly make it 75 likes? Right? If you agree with me that one shot series are being very helpful for you, especially live one shot series are helping you revise quickly for pre boards, please click on the like button right now. Okay? 100 likes, says Priya. Okay, righto. Anyway, coming to the concept of tonicity now. I know too much of terminology, right? Yes, you have liked already, Durva. All right. So, children, what is tonicity? Tonicity can be defined as the relative concentration of solutions that determine the direction and extent of diffusion or osmosis. Okay. So, hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. Okay. Let me ask you one quick question to you all. When I say hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic, tell me which of these three, hyper, or isotonic, which of these three refers to the condition where concentration is equal inside the cell and outside the cell? Quickly, quickly, quickly tell me. Let's see who is fastest here. Hello, Rupna. Isotonic, says Shreya. Very well said. Very well said. Absolutely. Isotonic, wherein you're placing a cell inside a medium in which the concentration around the cell and inside the cell are pretty much equal, which means there is no net movement of water that occurs. Okay, neither inside nor outside. It's pretty much balanced on both the sides of the cell membrane. In an animal cell or in a plant cell, it's applicable, right? Isotonic. Always remember, children, the term iso refers to equal. This is the key that you must know here. Iso refers to equal. Okay? Yes. So this is about isotonic. What about hypotonic? Hypo refers to lesser or lower. Okay? Lower concentration. Lower concentration of what? Well, hypotonic solution would be a solution which has lower concentration of solutes as compared to the cells which are immersed in it. Okay, so we are placing certain cells in a hypotonic solution. What does that mean? Concentration of solutes inside the cell is higher as compared to outside the cells. Right? Yes, so Solution outside has a lower solute concentration, whereas the solution inside the cell has got a higher solute concentration. Exactly, Shreya. Shreya has already told me the answer to this before I asked. Endosmosis would occur. Right? Hypotonic solution. Children, my sincere request to you is all of these concepts of isotonic, hypotonic, and hypertonic, it is a very bad idea to memorize them. You just need to know the meanings of these terms and apply it when a question is asked to you. Okay. Say, for example, I'm asking you a question randomly. What happens when red blood cells are placed in a hypotonic solution? What would happen? What would happen? If you knew the meaning of the word hypotonic, Paka, you would be able to give the right answer there, right? Endosmosis would occur. Yes, Mimamsa. Absolutely. Likewise, in a plant cell also, endosmosis would occur. What about a hypertonic solution? Hyper refers to high. Now, who is a hyperactive person? A person who's so full of energy, always moving around without knowing what to do. A hyperactive kid. Kids, I think, in the toddler age group, they are like really hyperactive. All of us must have been like that, I guess. Most of us must have been like that, right? Okay, so a hypertonic solution is one in which solute concentration is higher as compared to inside the cell. So when you place living cells inside a hypertonic solution, what happens exactly, Sam? Exosmosis occurs. Exosmosis occurs. Water is lost by the cells. So as far as a plant cell is concerned, when this occurs, plasmolysis would be the result. Plasmolysis, because the entire living contents of the cell would shrink inward, but the shape of the plant cell doesn't change because the cell wall is keeping it intact, right? Cell wall helps in maintaining it. 75 likes. Thank you, Akanksha. Okay. Yes, guys. So this is about a hypertonic solution. Now, children, before we move on further, let's take a very quick break. Those of you who are new here to my sessions, who would like to know about Vedantu's amazing courses, this is the opportunity, because I know, especially if you are a 10th grader, now pre-board season is on, and for the rest of you also, final exams are going to be starting in just a few months or probably like a few weeks. So you can be a part of Vedantu's amazing courses, fast track courses, which we call pro subscription, and thus be a part of our unlimited live classes with fun and super high level quizzes. And guys, you can compete with students across the world once you are part of this. So this will help identify your strengths and weaknesses, basically makes you confident. And children, one amazing feature of our courses is that in case you're not able to attend any session while it's happening live, you have the opportunity of clicking on the replay button, because the replay is still going to be interactive. And I think that's amazing, because when I say an interactive replay, what I mean is the quizzes and leaderboards are still going to be live. You can still participate in the quiz, right? Yes, I think that's an amazing feature. And after every session, you can download handwritten notes of the master teachers who handles those sessions. All your doubts would be solved in class by the master teachers and class teachers together. And apart from all this, you will also get session assignments, chapter assignments, chapter tests, and a lot more, which will make you a lot more confident about a particular chapter. Right, children? It'll basically complete your preparation. Children, whoever is registered for Vedantu Pro subscription can avail the 5,000 plus micro courses and the crash courses for free. Okay, children? Yes. So as far as the pricing is concerned, because that's like the most asked question to us, less is more. More classes would mean lesser price as far as Vedantu is concerned. So how does that work? I'll tell you about it. But children, to know more details, visit the link in the description box below, and in the pinned comment in the comment section below also a link has been given. You just need to click on it and apply the coupon code AMBPRO. Okay, that's my coupon code AMBPRO, so that you can avail it at the best prices. So a 1 month of pro subscription normally costs you 2,699. Now when I say 2,699, what does it mean? Is it per subject or is it per session? It's neither of these. Okay, 2,699 per month is actually the cost of four of your major subjects together: science, maths, English, and SST. Everything together for just this cost. Well, but even on top of that, we are offering you a discount, which is by applying the coupon code AMBPRO. Okay? Right, right, AMBPRO. And this reduces it even further to 2,159. Isn't that amazing, children? Okay, now for those of you who want to stay tension free for slightly longer, say for example, 3 months, we have the opportunity for a 3 month subscription also, because there's an advantage there. Your per session cost becomes lower. Okay, so 3 month subscription would cost you 5,599 only for 3 months together for all these subjects together, right? Okay, Bhargavi is like counting the number of likes, is it? Okay, yes, children. So, to make it even more clear to you and transparent to you, so that you make the right decision, I have put in the per class price also for you. In a 1 month subscription, you would be able to access approximately 200 sessions, if not more. So, the per session cost would be 2,159 divided by 200, and this would give you the per session cost, which comes down to rupees 11. Isn't that wonderful? Well, guys, for the 3 month subscription, it becomes even lower because you would get access to 600 sessions, if not more. So, this makes it rupees 9 per session. Can you imagine? This is even more cheaply priced than your favorite Lays packet or your favorite snack packet, or even any of your favorite 15, 20 rupees snack packets, biscuit packets, or chocolate or whatever. Look at that. Akansha has already put a chocolate bar there, right? Okay. Yes, for me, in my case, it would have been chocolate. Absolutely. Right. Priya's like, let's make it 100 likes, guys. Okay. Anyway, children, so make it a point to check out the details and make an informed decision. I think I have told you all that you need to be aware of. Now it's completely your call. Okay. You always get confused between end osmosis and exosmosis. Okay, Anushree. So I will tell you that. So all right. If there's anyone else here who gets confused between endosmosis and exosmosis, please pay attention. Suchi says, I've not eaten chocolate from 6 months. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's like a record breaking, I would say, because I am a chocoholic. Okay. The CBSE को भूल गई मैम. No, 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 definitely not Deepanshu. Okay, CBSE, a lot of questions, a lot of new series will be coming up in the days to come. You just need to stay tuned. Okay, right. So exactly, Mohit is saying endo means inward, exo means outward. You can remember by this. Anushri, there is your answer. So inward, inner to what is the question possibly? Inner to a cell. Inward to a cell is endosmosis. Outward, out of a cell is exosmosis. That's it. This is endo and this is exo. Okay? Right. So, children, what is ascent of sap? Now, that's important for you to know. Right? Don't worry, Mimansa. We'll make sure everything is easy for you. Okay, we'll practice a lot. Practice is key, children. In your class 10 level, practice is key to success. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Guys, stop counting the likes and come back to the session. That is more important for me. I want you all to be part of my session like with full mind. Only then it's going to be interesting, right? Who else will answer my questions when I ask you guys randomly? You guys are just sitting there and counting the likes. That's not good. Let it just be, let it just take care of itself. You guys can be part of the session. Practice makes man perfect, says Shreya. Okay, yes, guys. So, ascent of sap, ascent means upward movement. So, upward movement of water from the roots to aerial parts of the plant body. That is what we call ascent of sap. Okay. Now, we can say that ascent of sap occurs even in the tallest of trees. So, this is super duper important. Imagine otherwise, if not for ascent of sap, how would really, really tall trees like the sequoia tree or any other tall tree, even like the coconut tree or the mango tree, the palm tree, whatever it may be, how do you think the tallest parts of the trees are getting access to water? Right? Yes, it is definitely a scent of sap. It's pretty much like sucking up water through a drinking straw, right? From a tall bottle. When I was a young child, I remember all those soft drink bottles. Back then, I think Pepsi and Coke weren't really really common back in those days in my childhood. Thumbs Up used to be more common. Pepsi and Coke became more popular a little later. Okay, once I probably became in upper primary or something like that. Right. So back then, in cinema theaters and all of that, those thumbs up bottles used to be really tall, and with a long straw, they would give it to us. And even for the tender coconut water, they give you a long straw. Right. So when you suck it in, you are able to drink it. Ascent of sap acts pretty much like that, upward movement because of a pulling effect from the top. But what is that pulling effect? Yes, what is that pulling effect? Tell me that. What pulls water? Yes, transpirational pull, says Sam. Thank you so much, Sam, for saying that. Exactly. So the five forces responsible for ascent of sap. Let us check them out. Of course, transpirational pull, first of all, right? Transpiration creates transpirational pull. And then adhesion and cohesion. Children, adhesion and cohesion are very, very useful in making a column of water molecules. Adhesion would mean the attractive force between adjacent water molecules. Cohesion would mean the attractive force between a water molecule and the xylem vessels, the wall of the xylem vessels. Right? Adhesion and cohesion together ensure that water molecules are like sticking together all the time, like besties. They are like, no, I'm moving up, so you're also supposed to move with me. One molecule of water says this to the next molecule of water. And this way, they maintain a continuous column of water molecules. Right? And then this ensures that a capillary action is maintained. This results in rising up of water at the base of the stem, right? And then we have to talk about root pressure, which pushes water to the stem from the roots, and of course osmosis, which is there to push water into the root hair cells. Isn't that wonderful? This occurs like a cycle, basically. These are the five forces which help in ascent of sap. Yes, children? Yes. All right. What is root pressure? Okay, root pressure is basically the pressure which is created by the inside the root hair cells, which helps in upward pushing of water molecules. Okay, right. Kishan, no, we will not have Menti today. I like to keep it open discussions in one short series, mostly as much as possible. I like to keep it as open discussions. Okay, I've answered that already, Santosh. Okay, right. All right, Akansha. Besties. Yes. I like talking about things like that. So, yes, children, water and mineral uptake by roots occurs this way. Children, ICSE class 10 children, ICSE class 10 children. Thank you, Madhu. Yes, high five to all of you for crossing 100 likes. Yes. So, ICSE class 10 children, this is super duper important for you, this particular diagram. As a diagram based question, this can come in your section B. Okay, some parts of these would be marked as A, B, C, and so on. You would just be asked to identify them, and you would be asked to explain some concepts based on those. Okay, many past years papers have asked this concept. All right. Yes. So what exactly happens here? It starts with this portion. Okay, starts here. Root hair cells have a low concentration of water as compared to the soil. Basically, root hair cells have got a higher solute concentration as compared to soil. And as a result, water moves down the concentration gradient, enters into the root hair cells. And from there, root pressure pushes it further into the xylem vessels. I mean, it enters through the cortex, comes up through the xylem, passes up through the stem, and passes to the upward parts of the plant body. Right, guys? Of course. Yes. So this is how movement of water and minerals occurs. Just for you to refer it in one place, I have added this. Okay. All right. And of course, there is another last term which you all must know, which is guttation. Guttation is the loss of water in the form of water droplets from openings which we call hydatodes, which are special openings on the leaf margins. Look at those tiny glassy bead-like structures. They are not beads actually, they are nothing but water droplets, which are lost through hydatodes. They are especially seen along the margins of small herbaceous plants maybe like early in the mornings. All right. Right. So, children, if at all you want any more clarification, I would suggest please check out our main playlist. We have listed out everything well in detail there. We have explained everything well in detail there. And BioByte series also is happening. Some bits of, some complex bits of a lot of chapters have been happening already, will be happening in the days to come also. And that's about it. I think you will be clear by the time your exam comes. And of course, let's hope to be able to do a lot more practice series also. Yes? Okay. Children, always remember, a teacher, especially a teacher at Vedantu on YouTube channels, that too, would never ignore any student. Okay, never ever make that comment, ma'am, don't ignore me, or you are ignoring me. Never ever would a teacher ignore her or his students. Okay, everyone is equal in a teacher's class. All right. Yes. Okay. Right. So, children, you now know about all of these. And in the notes, I have also added a lot more for your reference so that everything is available for you in one shot. So, children, make sure to download the handwritten notes. How many of you have already been doing that? Quickly tell me, handwritten notes, how many of you have been downloading after every session? Yes? Oscar? Seriously? Me. Mohit, Anushri, Akanksha. All right. Yes. Suchi, Bhargavi. Okay, good job, guys. If there's anyone here who hasn't been downloading the handwritten notes, please do. And by the way, Vedantu Pro subscription, remember the coupon code is AMBPRO. Link for registration is given in the description box below. All right, guys, and click on the like button if you have enjoyed this session and share it with all your class 10 ICSE friends because I want maximum number of children to benefit from this. And stay subscribed, guys, because as I told you, I am also planning a lot of amazing sessions like full syllabus mentee and things like that. So stay tuned so that you wouldn't miss out on any of the fun things that happen on our channel here. Okay. And of course, follow me on Instagram, Ambika_Vedantu, if you haven't been doing so yet, because even there we put up a lot of useful posts for you on a regular basis. Right, guys? Okay. Right. Thank you, children. So I will see you in yet another session. Remember to download the notes probably like a few hours after now. I will be sharing them now, and we will be uploading the notes. The link, the PDF link, will be given in the description box below. Come back and check the description box after a few hours today. All right, guys. Yes, Durva. In the description box below, after a few hours, you will find them. Okay. Right. Thank you very much, children, and I will meet you in yet another amazing session. Until then, stay home, stay happy, stay safe. Bye bye.